Imagine this. You're enjoying a great meal at a restaurant. The food is perfect. And then the check arrives. Suddenly, you're anxious, and it's not about the cost of the food, but about how much you're going to be expected to tip. And what if the service wasn't even great? Tipping is a meaningful way to reward good service. But here's the thing. It should always be voluntary and not an obligation. Today, I want to talk to you about why tipping is valuable, how it has become an expectation, and what we can do to fix that without having to get rid of tipping altogether. Let's start with the good. Tipping can be incredibly beneficial. It's one of the clearest ways to say thank you for good service. According to economist Ofer Azar, tipping is a tool customers use to encourage and reward good service, which helps both the customers and the employees. It's a win-win situation. Employees feel motivated and appreciated, and us as customers, we get better service more often. But tipping is more than just a thank you. For many workers, it's a financial lifeline. Dr. Azar also points out that in the US, tipping makes up to 50% of servers' income. For low-wage workers, these tips can mean the difference between being able to pay the rent that month or not, between being able to buy groceries or having to go without. So yes, tipping matters. It should still not feel like we're having to pay for businesses' unfair pay. But here's the issue. It's starting to feel like an obligation, not so much a choice. Sociologist Eli R. Wilson explains that tipping has shifted from being about service to being about unspoken societal rules. How many times have you tipped when the service wasn't even good? Just to avoid feeling awkward or judged? Or how about when you're asked to tip at a self-service kiosk or at a takeout counter? Another example of this is DoorDash. When you go to place an order for food with DoorDash, it automatically adds a tip. If you remove the tip, it prompts you to a screen that shows you that because you removed the tip, your order will most likely be delayed because they prioritize the orders with tips. All in a tactic to manipulate you into tipping. This tip creep, as Dr. Wilson calls it, has made tipping feel less like a kind gesture and more like an automatic ritual. Suddenly we're expected to tip everyone, everywhere, regardless of the service or the interaction. That pressure undermines the original purpose of tipping, which is to reward good service. Not just any service and all services, but good ones. So what can we do? We don't have to throw tipping out the window. Instead, let's shift the way we approach it. Businesses should price their services fairly and pay their workers a decent base wage, so that as consumers and customers, we no longer feel the pressure to subsidize wages. Legal scholar Yoram Margoliath argues that relying on tips as wage subsidy is unstable and very much unfair. If employees were paid a fair salary, tips could go back to what they used to be and what they were meant to be, a bonus for great service, not something essential for survival. And we as customers can help too. If more businesses made it clear that tips are appreciated and never required, for example, just putting a simple note on the receipt, it would remove a lot of the pressure. People could go back to tipping because they want to and not because they feel like they have to. To wrap it up, tipping is a powerful way to show appreciation, but it should never feel mandatory. We have seen how it supports workers, how it's become a burden, and how we can keep it meaningful without making it stressful. So next time that you tip, make sure to do it out of gratitude and not out of expectation. Thank you.